U.S. and UK readying attack ships and fighter jets off the coast of Syria. Now, this just went up. This just went live right now at Infowars.com. So you've got all the activity basically going on, jets flying around, ships going in, false flag. I mean, this is, oh my gosh. Oh, this is so bad. This is the worst yet. We just never stop. The info war never stops. So Alex Jones is in D.C., and then he's going to get back, and we're going to do a 34-hour broadcast. So big week ahead here for InfoWars. Alex Jones at the D.C. Press Club. Live broadcast starting tomorrow, 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern. Then Thursday, April 12th to Friday, April 13th, we have the Stop the Collapse of America 34-hour live broadcast. Now, this is all possible with your support at Infowars.com, but you have to remember, we need you to spread the links. We need you to share the stories. We need you to tell your friends about us, because the way we get censored, they're not going to find it organically. That's why they censor us on social media, stop us on Google, stop us on YouTube, keep people from seeing us, keep people from seeing the truth, keep people from seeing other opinions that might spark their intellect and their critical thinking process. So that's why they have to stop us. That's why we flood the system with the 34-hour broadcast, with Alex Jones in D.C., with the press conference. And we need your help in spreading that, spreading the brush fires of liberty by spreading the Infowars.com/show link and telling your friends and family about the live 34-hour broadcast coming up this Thursday, Stop the Collapse of America. And if we go along with more regime change that we really should not be involved with in Syria, it's just not good. It's not what we wanted. It's the last thing we wanted. We thought that putting Trump in, we wouldn't get that anymore. And now Trump is saying in less than 48 hours, he is going to make his decision on the U.S. response. But it looks like a decision may have already been made, as the report is up at Infowars.com from Paul Joseph Watson. U.S. and UK readying attack ships and fighter jets off the coast of Syria. Now, this just went up. This just went live right now at Infowars.com. So there you go. And, of course, this is all in response to the chemical weapons attack, or the alleged chemical weapons attack. Again, Russia comes out and says, no, there's no even evidence of a chemical weapons attack. And then there is the graphic showing what's going on with so that's the Russian Air Force. So you've got all the activity basically going on, jets flying around, ships going in, false flag. I mean, this is, oh my gosh. Oh, this is so bad. This is the worst yet. And I just, I guess we'll just go to your calls, because, I mean, just common sense and logic. What happened to it? Donald Trump says, we're pulling out of Syria. It's time to come out. Things are going better there. Assad, I mean, let's be real. Assad, when he actually has control, without the U.S. meddling, other meddling, funding these proxy wars, funding the rebels, as soon as you get rid of that, Assad stabilizes the region. Assad stabilizes Syria. Whatever you think about Assad, it's stable when he's in control, and you don't have a bunch of people funding proxy wars and rebels like John McCain. Oh, but we don't want that, do we? I guess not. And so then the region stabilizes. Trump says, let's pull out. We pull out. ISIS is on retreat. The Syrian rebels are on retreat. Syria is stabilizing. Russian troops go in. They find 30 tons of chemical weapons left by the U.S.-backed rebels. And then what happens? Bolton gets put in the administration. false flag chemical weapons attack happens in Syria, and now all of a sudden we're going in. Just like that. And you have to ask yourself, is Trump falling for this? Is Trump going along with this? I don't see any 60 chess moves in this deal unless you want World War III. It's just unbelievable. And see, when you realize how real this is, when you understand how real false flags are, how real regime change is, how real U.S. interference is, that's when you realize how dire the situation is in general. That's when you realize how the world really works. But until you face that music, until you face that reality, it doesn't sink in. It just becomes another news story. It just becomes more Middle East tension. Well, it's a little more complicated than that. So now the stories on Infowars.com, U.S., U.K. ships and fighter jets off the coast of Syria, Russian Air Force off the coast of Syria and Lebanon. And I'm telling you, I don't want to say this, but this is why Infowars exists. If we go through with this and we try this regime change in Syria and we move in, I think Russia will bomb us. And I hate to say that, but I'm dead serious. I think they would. And that's going to start World War III. And here we thought North Korea was the big problem. Oh, I mean, it's just so ridiculous. You know. But we get detente with North Korea and Kim Jong-un, but not with Assad in Syria. Assad stabilizes Syria. Assad, you could easily have detente with. Kim Jong-un, you know, crazy dictator. How could you have detente with him? Somehow we get detente with him, not with Assad. So the questions of the day as we go to the phone lines. What is going to happen in Syria? What do you think Trump's doing? What do you think Russia's going to do? And or what comes of Zuckerberg's testimony in front of the Senate committees? Let's go out to the callers now. Let's start with Carlos calling in from Canada. Go ahead, Carlos.
Thank you very much, Owen. No, just to rewind the clock to 2013. If you remember, President Obama was set up with a red line that he couldn't cross because Syria was going to use chemical weapons against its people. And, of course, as predictable as the neocons are, they arranged for a chemical attack. Later on, it was shown to have been not Assad, and even more recently, they have discovered weapons from Israel and from the United States on ISIS camps. So, effectively, at that time, President Obama was faced with a situation where he mobilized troops and forces to the to the sea by Latakia, Russia military base in Syria.
And also, don't forget, John McCain took secret trips over there. He bragged about them, meeting with the rebels.
Correct. And, that has to be seen in perspective because at that time, President Obama was being led down the road of effectively a confrontation. This is the same situation. It's the same players, the same repeat, false flag.
Well, that's the thing, though. But see, that's the thing, Carlos. We didn't think it was the same players because we thought we had Trump in there. That was the thing. Changed the game by putting in a different player. Now we get the same game, the same outcome.
Correct. And that just gives you a progress report on the swamp. Okay? Precisely. If President Trump falls to the false flag, doesn't establish his leadership over the neocons, this stage of the game, he will be betrayed in November by the Republicans, guaranteed, McCain and others, and he will not have the power that he had when he became president to do what he promised to make America great again.
No, that is exactly it, Carlos. That is exactly it. This is a progress report on the swamp. We've done our progress reports on Trump. That's all fine and good. This is a progress report on the swamp. They're still calling the shots. And if Trump doesn't stand up to the neocon Republicans who betrayed him time and time again and stabbed him in the back, then why did he say he's going to return the government to the people? Why did he tell us we're taking Washington, D.C. back when Washington, D.C. is still running D.C. for interest in the Middle East? No, that's not what we voted for.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
He goes to jail. He goes to jail. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
InfoWars comes to mind.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
There's a lot of controversy around this network about Alex Jones.
Google is being accused of hiding negative stories about Hillary and her campaign by changing its algorithm to bury stories like the Clinton body count story. That's according to website InfoWars.
It sounds like it's confirmed there are at least 2 shooters with fully automatic weapons.
Dr. Martin Luther King has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee.
JFK was shot from the back and the front.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion. It just pancaked.
They took the babies out of the incubators and left the children to die on the cold floor.
I think this is a national security imperative. We have clear things that we do not understand how they work, operating in areas that we can't control.
UFOs.
Is this global governance at last? Is it one world, the central bankers in charge?
Israel claims the attack was accidental, but some former U.S. naval officers say it was on purpose. They describe the day's action as part of a continuing cover-up.
Russian intelligence compiled a dossier on Mr. Trump during visits to Moscow.
Russian scum!
Denied everything. He called it all fake news.
And he accused CNN of being fake news.
This is a national emergency.
If they kill Trump or remove Trump, it will cause a massive civil war in this country.
This is a FEMA high-level alert.
We are at war with Russia.
Are you aware that Mr. Stone also stated publicly that he was in direct communication with Julian Assange and WikiLeaks?
The White House and the President are citing InfoWars.
If they can shut us down, you're next.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance. It's Alex Jones.
Support good oral health with our one-of-a-kind Super Blue fluoride-free products. InfoWars Life brings you a revolutionary toothpaste blend with iodine and nano silver designed to deliver a powerful clean. Enjoy a minty fresh flavor made with peppermint oil or try our bubblegum flavor. Pair this groundbreaking toothpaste with the Super Blue fluoride-free mouthwash and supercharge your oral health. Our amazing mouthwash features natural oils and ancient ingredients used since Aboriginal and biblical times. Instead of containing fluoride, our Super Blue line is loaded with the good halogen iodine and an array of other beneficial compounds that have been hand-selected for their oral health benefits. Super Blue fluoride-free mouthwash and toothpaste are the first and only to contain all of these natural ingredients: xylitol, nano silver, and iodine. Notice the difference with our Super Blue fluoride-free products. Refresh your breath and invigorate your oral health routine at InfoWarsStore.com. That's InfoWarsStore.com.